And, you know, that was kind of pointless. I mean, like, you know, at this point, you know, they're only doing that just so that I don't remember who wins. Who wins? Someone beats the other, and then the other person loses. I can't remember. And then it finally went to, you know, the climax match, which was Yusuke versus the blind guy, which is sort of a big sort of point. And I think the blind guy is voiced by Deborah. It's like, okay, then Yusuke's like, I don't know why I'm fighting anymore. For no reason. I forgot. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like, even though like his opponent, the blind, is like, what the fuck is your problem? You don't remember why you're fighting? Don't you have a girlfriend? It's like, oh yeah, I do. Rawr. Like, I feel like, you know, that was just sort of a point. It's like, just in case you guys forgot, this is becoming like a love story sort of thing where Yusuke wants to marry Keiko, and they probably end up getting married and they have gay sex. Or regular sex, since it's a man and a woman. And, you know, one thing I did like what they did, though, is when, like, the blind guy put up, like, that super barrier that demon energy can't hit. It showed, like, him getting his, like, what the fuck? And, like, showed Yusuke sort of putting little bits of spirit energy inside his demon energy when he's doing his, spirit gum. I thought that was kind of cool. And I actually thought that he'd gotten rid of his, you know, spirit energy completely, which is something I sort of thought was dumb. I did forget to mention a few points in the story before I wrap up the story. While it's sort of just a quick little side note, well, going back to the Dark Tournament, one thing I didn't like was the fact that, you know, Genkai was they did her terribly. She should have worn a different outfit and had a better mask. The mask was fine. If she had had a different colored outfit, I probably wouldn't have known. Or if they had done something with her voice, make it to where, like, you know, for the sake of, you know, keeping things secret, they should have had it to where her voice sounded different. Maybe they did that in the Japanese version. I don't know. But, you know, I knew it was Genkai, you know, when this was like, the mask fight. It's fucking Genkai. It's so obvious. You know, it was easier. It would be harder to tell that Great Sandman was Gohan than it would that, like, it would be hard to tell that Great Saiyaman was Gohan than it would be to tell that the Masked Fighter was Genkai. Then also, one thing I did like after the whole Sensui thing was the whole thing with the very first spirit detective who happened to be a woman, and she was married to a man and whatnot. He told his fortune and shit, and he had 2 kids who were spirit people. Which was interesting. But yeah, not really too much. In terms of the end of the story, it was nice, you know. Like, Yusuke was like, what the fuck? It's like, did I win? No, you lost. Fuck! Who won? The big fat guy! Oh my god. It's like, that was sort of unexpected. That actually is interesting, because of what happened in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Not exactly when you think about Dynasty Warriors or Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Yu Yu Hakusho, but sort of a similar idea when you think of people. Not what family they're part of, but the people in general. Anyway. That was kind of funny. Another thing I thought was kind of funny was when Kurama made a gay joke to Hiei when he, like, gave him, like, his little bracelet thing. He's like, take this. And he's like, oh, Hiei, I'm very honored, but we're just friends. Like, I only like you as a friend. It's like, what the fuck? That's not what I meant. And I thought it was kind of funny because when Kurama was fighting Karasu, who was voiced by, in the English version, voiced by, Kyle Hebert, and Japanese version, voiced by, either Takahiro Sakurai or Hikaru Midorikawa. I think Midorikawa, but I can't remember. It was kind of funny. No. I'm completely off. It's Ryo Horikawa who did Vegeta in the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z and Kai and everything Dragon Ball related. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny because Karasu was, he had a hair fetish, but the way they played him off in the anime, he's like, he was gay. It was so I was like, I want your hair. You know, that's like saying that So-So, who wanted Kanu's black hair, had a hair fetish. No, she's a friggin' lesbian, and she wanted Kanu's fucking body. Karasu, while he probably had a hair fetish, was probably also gay. And I really wish it was funny, like, after Kurama beat him, was like, "You're cute, but you're not my type." I thought that would have been so funny. And then he'd end up not saying this, like, "Oh, come on." But then, you know, with this whole Hiei thing, he's like, "We're just friends, man. I'm not gay. What are you, a queer?" You know. He didn't actually say that, though. It would have been fucking funny if he said that. I've been talking for a while. I think this thing has gone way past 20 minutes. Anyway, I think that's really all I have to say. You know, the theme songs are good. I really like the Unbalanced Kiss one by that dead guy. And then the Photograph one. Can't remember what it's called, but it has to do with, like, pictures. All and whatnot. The music's pretty good. I think Stephanie Nadolny, the old voice actress for Kid Goku and Kid Gohan, sang one of the songs. She did a pretty nice job. I don't remember if she was in the anime at all, but, you know, Vic Mignogna was in it. He was Bowie. Which you can kind of tell by the way he screams. But, you know, it's funny because either he doesn't have much of a range, or he does. It's weird. I had him on Skype, too. Anyway. That's beside the point. Overall, Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty good. I'd recommend it to anyone who enjoyed Dragon Ball Z or any anime in the late 90s to early 2000s. I would like English and Japanese. Keep in mind, the Japanese version Yusuke sounds like a girl. You know, it's almost as if, like, you can barely tell it's a guy, but it sounds like a girl. It's weird. I don't think I remember mentioning this, but in terms of the script compared to the English script compared to the Japanese in general, it was mostly the same thing. They just reworded everything sort of differently. Either to make the characters sound a little more intelligent, because you know how the Japanese tend to use, like, the simplest word possible to describe things. Either that, or they changed it up to make it flow better in English, because, you know, saying a translated sentence word for word may not flow if you're trying to match something, which is why translating a song into English is pretty hard without changing the words to make them either melodic or, you know, just fit. But yeah, this is a good anime. I would recommend it, and I think this thing has gone on really, really long, so I should probably stop it here. Yeah, this thing has been going on for 45 minutes. So, in conclusion, pretty good anime. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and this is probably the best one so far, in my opinion. So yeah, see you guys later.